Hey everybody, welcome back to FSP Forex Stock Predictions. Hope you are all having a great day. I am the Vortex Trader and today we are on AUD USD in the 4-hour time frame. We have an order block forming. Is it time to go short? Let's get straight into it. Right guys, so you can see that we have had this major support level broken, right? This has been support since the 19th of July. We have come back down and bounced off of this line numerous times, right? We can see these wicks coming down. This is clearly, it has been clearly treated as support. And on the 28th of August, we finally broke through, closed below the support level. Therefore, we can clearly say this support level has broken, right? We had an impulsive move down, nothing but bearish candle after bearish candle closing below this support line. So we can say that price, the bias for this pair is clearly bearish right now, right? Especially on this time frame. So what I like to do is I put a zone around the most recent bullish candle before the impulsive move downwards. I then extend out that zone and I take it from bottom wick to top wick and I try get it as accurate as possible just to cover the bullish candle itself. And this would be now called the OB zone, otherwise known as the order block zone, otherwise known as the OB zone. The OB zone, right? So now I would be waiting for price to retrace back into the OB zone, right, before opening up a short position targeting previous lows around the 0.68463 price point. But now, how would this work? Because I would normally take profits at around 1 to 2, right? I am a conservative swing trader, and if I see price hit 1 to 2 risk to reward for this position, I will scale out and secure most of my profits. And if there is anything left in that position to run south, then I will let it run all the way down to 1.4. Now, this all depends on where you place your entry. I like to place my entry somewhere in the middle of the order block zone. To me, that's ideal. Some people like to wait for price to just touch or tap the very most bottom of the OB zone, and some people really like to wait for it to get in quite further in for it to retrace to the very most top point of the order block zone. Right now, if it did that, you could see that price, if it did retrace this deep and then went south, you could see that this could give us a potential of a 1 to 9 risk to reward, depending where you place your stop loss. I always place my stop loss a couple of pips above the most recent wick, right? But I am not trying to secure 1 to 9, definitely not. I am just looking for a simple risk to reward of 1 to 2, and once I grab those profits, I move on. I am mostly out of there looking for the next position. So this is what we are waiting for, right? We are waiting for price to retrace back into the middle. For me personally, my short position will then open and I will trail this position down south to previous price structure, which is this new region of support around the 0.684 price level. Right, but now that is one opportunity to go short, right? It's on the 4-hour chart. We wait for it to retrace and we see what happens. For those of you that are a little more impatient and want to get in right now, there is another type of order block happening at the very same time. But so let me delete this first. Delete this, delete this, delete this. Right. The order block zone for this one is a little different, but this all depends on the current candle that is currently forming. At the time of recording, we have 40 minutes left until this candle closes. And the order block I am noticing, right, which goes against trend, but it's a little more easy to trade because it is happening right now. And if you guys jump in and if you think this is worthwhile, then here it is, right? We are waiting, but this only will happen if this current candle closes close to where it is right now, right? Preferably even higher. Yes? Because what resistance is this current candle closing above? I'm going to put a line through it. Okay. This resistance right here, which we can see has been flipped numerous times, right? This is where this candle is closing above, right? We have treated it as support once, twice, thrice, flipped to resistance 1, 2, 3, 4 times, came back through, treated as resistance again, right? So this could be an area of interest. However, I like to call these types of order blocks noisy order blocks because the candles are closing within a region of noise, right? It is not a clear break like this one that closed below this support level clearly. This one is closing above a resistance level, but we have closed above it numerous times before, right? So there's no clear-cut direction with this. However, because it doesn't have all the rules that I like to make sure there are in an order block position, we can choose to manage our risk a little bit more carefully. And should we want to get into this type of position, we can obviously risk less. And I would class this type of order block setup as a grade C or B, probably grade C setup, right? We would place our stop a couple of pips below the order block zone, right? And we would wait for price to do something like this. Retrace back into it, right? And then carry on its journey north. Now, for a normal order block, I always like to secure 1 to 2, but for something like this, which I do not normally trade because it is noisy, the impulsive candle is closing within previous noise, right? I would aim to get a 1 to 1.5. And that is what I would look for. Okay, guys, I'm not one of those traders that aim for 1 to 20 RRs for every single trade. I secure my profits slowly, right? And we move on. That's how we do it, right? Zero emotions, right? Embracing all the confrontation that the charts give us, thinking in probability sizes, trading with no fear. And just if we see the setup, depending how we class it, grade A, grade B, grade C, we trade accordingly, we manage our risk, and we move on. Should the trade win, the trade wins. Should the trade loses, the trade will lose, right? And that's how I accurately get into these order block positions. Now, these order blocks are something that I personally love to trade, especially on the 4-hour, because it gives me time to analyze the charts properly and to think, is this a worthwhile position? If the setup is presenting itself, if all my rules are met, then I'm going to enter. Okay, so let's see what happens with this current candle, and then we'll see what price does. But the one above is definitely something that I am looking at. Let's put that one back there for the time being, and let's watch and see what happens. If you guys are interested to see how this trade plays out, please remember to subscribe to the channel, because every weekend I do a weekly trading breakdown where you can see how the positions of the past week have played out. All right, so guys, if you found this information valuable and helpful, please would you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, leave us a comment in the comment section. Let me know how you like to trade these order blocks. Is it something that you enjoy trading? What time frame do you look for them on? And on that note, I will be seeing you all in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. See you later.